Russell T Davies' time at Doctor Who might be coming to an end sooner than expected. A new report claims that the Walt Disney Company is contemplating whether they are going to pull out of their business deal with BBC and Bad Wolf Studios, and this could lead to Doctor Who being canceled altogether. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Also, hit that like button. Let's beat the YouTube algorithm and get more people watching this video. Wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com, and this new report is coming from Deadline's Max Goldbart. He reports that a source close to the Doctor Who production informed him that Disney will, quote, need to make a decision on whether it continues forward with the show. And depending on what this decision is, it could affect the status of Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. Goldbart further added, this source predicts the final episode has been left open-ended with the possibility remaining that Gatwa could regenerate into a successor if he chooses to exit. That would be obviously in the second season, which they already greenlit. It's basically one season, 16 episodes that they've broken up into two to make it seem like they're actually getting two seasons when it's really just 16 episodes. Remember, we used to get like 32 episodes for a season. Now we get 8 and 16. So that is what Max Goldbart is reporting. He would also go on and say that not only could Disney pull out, but another source believes the entire show could be scrapped following its already greenlit second season. He says, noises that it may not last beyond its initial 2 seasons are already reverberating around international TV circles, and one source close to the production tells us that they feel its future hangs in the balance already. So things are not looking good for Doctor Who and the BBC. Obviously looking good for the audience. They won't have to be exposed to all of the degenerate, disgusting, and evil propaganda that this show has been pushing on its audience members. It's absolutely sick and disgusting. So this report does come in the wake of showrunner Russell T Davies admitting the show's viewership numbers were not good. As reported by Radio Times, Davies made an appearance at a BAFTA event called A Life in Pictures, Russell T Davies, where he confirmed the show's ratings are not good. He said this, in coming back, I wanted to make it simpler and I wanted to make it younger. Those two things are often not discussed. You read reactions to it and people are missing that. It's simpler and younger, and it is working. The under 16s and the 16 to 34 audience as well is massive. However, despite the spin, he did admit the truth. It's not doing that well in the ratings, but it is doing phenomenally well with the younger audience that we wanted. So I'm not really sure what to make of this. I think they're kind of just blowing a bunch of smoke on this, because if you've actually lost a lot of people and you're saying that this is like your best demo, your best percentage demo, you're still like, it's probably still not a lot of people in that demographic, given the fact that the total people watching the show has significantly shrunk. So it's like saying like you have 10 people and 50% of them are below the age, are like young people, 18 to 35 or whatever, right? Well, that's only 5, right? 5 of the 10. And instead, if it was 20 people, 50% would be 10 of 20. So it's actually, they're messing around with percentages here. And so I think it's a bunch of smoke that Russell T Davies is blowing to try and justify this show, because we know that the ratings are absolutely terrible, and we'll get to them in a little bit here, what they actually are. This was also reported by Doctor Who TV. He told Radio Times this, I'm very proud of it. You know, they might not be the ratings we'd love. We always want higher, but they are building over the 28-day period. Episode 1, Space Babies, is already up to 5.6 million and counting. So it is getting there. That is the very first episode. I think Deadline reports that it's only gotten to 6 million total. And I think, yeah, the first 7 days, it was already over 4 million. So with the subsequent 2 months since it came out, it's only added 2 million more views. It's really, really bad. He also tried to push this like youth angle as well. He said, I was brought back in to bring in a youthful audience. That's been massively successful. The audience no one ever gets are the under 30s. They just don't watch television anymore. But those figures are astronomical for Doctor Who. Is their top program in that bracket. Again, trying to blow smoke up our our behinds. So let's look at these ratings right here. They're absolutely abysmal. You can see The first episode, Space Babies, 2.6 million overnight. By the end of its first week, it only did 4 million. And you can see here that it did not get any better. I think we got one episode was better than the first overnight, 2.62 on episode 4, and then it did 4.06 million in the week. But everything else was worse than that first episode. I think right here, episode 7 had the worst overnight numbers, 2.02. And then we got to go up here to episode 5, the worst 7-day numbers at 3.38. So this show is absolutely terrible. It is not doing well whatsoever. I mean, look at that. Look at the finale here, 2.25 and 3.69. Just absolutely terrible. In fact, let's look at this from a little bit of a historical perspective here. We've got Doctor Who Guide. You can actually sort their ratings numbers here. And obviously, there's a little bit of a difference here because we're looking at a week-long numbers for stuff now, whereas like stuff in 1989, it's probably just single day numbers, right? It's when it aired, and those are the numbers. It's the actual like legitimate overnight numbers because you weren't watching something over the week. You didn't really have that opportunity to do that unless there was a rerun or something like that. But 5 of the 8 episodes in this first season are in the top 10 least viewed Doctor Who episodes ever. Dot and Bubble is number 2 here, second least viewed behind Battlefield Part 1. You've got The Legend of Ruby Sunday. You've got this one right here, Rogue. You've got Boom. And then you've got Empire of Death. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just 5 of the 8 episodes are in the top 10 least viewed Doctor Who episodes ever. So, and all this is in the UK, right? These are all UK ratings. The show has never charted on Nielsen in the United States or North America. And I don't think it's ever charted on Luminate. So it's absolutely terrible here in the United States. People were not watching this show on Disney Plus at all. And now we're hearing rumors. That the show might be done and Russell T Davies' return as Doctor Who might be over already. He's even saying that the show's ratings are not good. And I think he's even made some comments where he doesn't really know if it's going to continue. He says he has plans for 3 and 4, but he's not sure if they are actually going to be greenlit or not. But this is good news. People do not need to be exposed to the utter degeneracy that this show was promoting. And that's exactly what the show was doing. Russell T Davies has said this on multiple interviews, documented here on the channel and on the website as well. Just 6 stuff. So I'm really happy that we're hearing these rumors, and I hope that the show is indeed canceled so more people are not exposed to the evil that it is trying to push on viewers. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know what you make of these rumors that the show is getting scrapped here and might not be moving forward. And Disney might be pulling out. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, but to always speak the truth.